3rd.
Yeah. From when did you get here?
26th. We got here
morning after Christmas.
We got here at 12:30 on the 27th.
Made a few stops.
PM?
Oh, all right. AM is when we got here. We got here 12:30 AM on the 27th.
Cameraman's job is the most dangerous.
So is the IRS getting rid of the IRS really enough to motivate you to come up here for 2
Well,
weeks?
that's just one issue, but I mean, his overall moral stance as far as where he stands, I mean, he said Merry Christmas in his ad. So, I mean, there's not a lot of candidates who can get to say that.
If any.
Yeah.
You think he's going to win?
Yeah, I do. No.
You think he's going to win Iowa? You think he's going to win Iowa?
I think that, okay, that's a big question because right now it's not winning in New Hampshire. That's another key state that everyone is relying on. But you also got to realize that momentum carries. You know, if there's people in New Hampshire who's not really focused on Mike Huckabee right now, you got to wonder if a guy wins, if he beats a strong candidate like Mitt Romney in Iowa, which he's doing and he's going to continue to do within the next few days until the actual caucus. I mean, people in New Hampshire who don't really realize who Mike Huckabee is or haven't taken the time to consider him as a candidate, I mean, they're going to take a look. You know, this guy had to win Iowa, a place that the focus has been on for a reason. You know, they're going to check him out.
Yeah, well, it's really remarkable.
Momentum carries.
He's been outspent 20-1 by Mitt Romney. I mean,
and the numbers are still in favor.
So what do you attribute that to, his support? Because it's not money.
well, a lot of prayer. Definitely.
He has the power of prayer. You're right. Now, do I say that prayer is the only reason why Mike Huckabee is in the lead? No, he's a very good speaker, and I think he has a good sense of what the people need and what the people want. And he's a proven leader in Arkansas for 10.5 years. So he was rated one of the top governors around.
Tell me a little bit more about the bus. I'm pretty fascinated by the bus. Where did it come from? How big is it?
The bus is 40 feet long, 20 tons.
20 tons.
Yeah.
And how much does it cost to fill gas tank?
About $168.
That's not my question.
What's the mileage?
Mileage is, we figured it between 5 to 7 miles per gallon. We've actually done a lot better than that most of the time, man.
It's not a hybrid bus.
Not run on soy biodiesel either.
What's Mike Huckabee's energy policy?
I'm sorry?
What's
Mike Huckabee's energy policy.
Mike Huckabee wants us to be energy independent, and he believes that if we become energy independent, that will actually free us up from a lot of the problems that are dragging us into the Middle East and elsewhere.
You feel guilty for driving around a bus that gets 7 miles to the gallon?
Well, I mean, I don't feel any more guilty about that than, you know, somebody who gets on an airplane to ride out and you know, cover a story in Des Moines, Iowa. I mean, there are things that America has to do, and but it's not the you know, the microcosm. It's the macrocosm that counts. I mean, sure, we can all save we can all turn off an what is that going? We can all turn off a light bulb here and there and do different things, but ultimately what counts is we have to have secure energy resources in order to be able to function as a country, as a world power. Now, we could all go back into the dark ages, but I'm not for that.
Well, something else we could do is open up our own oil wells in various parts of the United States. And
one of the things that Mike Huckabee actually has talked about is, he is a hunter, and he has a respect for nature. But I think he also understands that we need to move in a direction that frees us up, and not some distant 25-year plan or whatever, because it's a very dangerous world right now, and the fact that we are intimately connected with dangerous characters And not just in the Middle East, in Venezuela as well. Venezuela doesn't exactly, at least Chavez doesn't exactly like us. And that's kind of an understatement. Those things affect not only just our standing on energy, but they affect our way of life. And so, in order for us to perpetuate our way of life, we need somebody who has a vision for moving us relatively quickly.
When you say our way of life, what do you mean?
Well, what I mean is, for one thing, this country uses the automobile. I can't imagine. We're not Europe. We're not going to be traveling around in a bunch of trains. I mean, we may have a few trains, but we're not going to be traveling around. We are a suburban, urban suburban type of you know, the manual labor that is in many other countries. If we want to continue to have, you know, to produce things and to have, you know, 2 cars in the driveway, or all the umpteen million little gadgets that we have, you know, we have to be a country that produces things. So it's possible. It's always possible to go back to living like Bangladesh or some other poverty-stricken country, but you know, I don't think the majority of Americans are for that. So there's a balance. There's a balance in everything.
Okay, I don't want to keep you too long. I know you want to talk to people.
Okay.